It was about 10 years ago when we learned that we had a serious problem. We were losing soldiers who had been trained for battle who had to leave the military. Was it because of some physical illness, mental problems? No. They were so deeply in debt that they couldn't continue serving in the U.S. military. And then we did an investigation. And it turned out that at most of the military bases around the United States, they were surrounded by predatory lenders, payday loan lenders. And many of these soldiers were going in and signing up for loans that they couldn't repay. They reached a point where they were facing bankruptcy and they had to leave the military. We did something about it. We said, we've got to protect our military families from predatory loans. We've got to make sure that they can continue to serve America. So we established a ceiling, a maximum interest rate that can be charged to military families when they borrow in these circumstances of 36%. It was the right thing to do. It worked. We no longer face this financial problem of men and women leaving the military. Well, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has done a report on the rest of America, and sadly, the protection we gave to military families, we're not offering to all American families. They've told us that some of the most well-known banks in America are engaged in predatory lending at interest rates that go to 300% and beyond a year. Let me read the names of these banks that are part of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau report. Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank, Regions Bank, Fifth Third Bank. These well-known major banks are engaging in predatory lending. If you think that that payday loan or advanced deposit loan operation is being run by a couple shady individuals, no. They're being run by some of the largest banks in America. That's unacceptable. We know that a lot of families are struggling in this economy. They're anxious to find money to get by. I get it. And some of them need a helping hand. But when they are borrowing money, maybe $350 on average, and paying back more than $450 in interest on that, they get stuck in a spiral of debt that they cannot escape. Loan after loan after loan, interest payment after interest payment. There comes a point where we need to protect the American consumers and families the way we've protected the American military. I've introduced legislation to cap the interest rate at 36%. If you can't make a living as a banker with 36% annual interest rate, maybe you ought to take up some other profession.